Good morning. Hey, welcome back to our second week in our series titled Hearing the Voice of God. Glad you can join me today, and I'm going to jump right in. If you haven't watched the first week, the first 5 parts I put out, man, go check out the YouTube channel, Daily Drink Ministry, and catch up with us because there's some good stuff in there, real good stuff. But we're going to jump in today. I want to ask you a question. Have you ever heard the voice of God and you were really confused? You were kind of lost. You didn't know, right? I'm not talking scared. I'm talking you didn't know. Did I really hear that? Maybe, maybe not. Or you get really anxious. You start getting, oh God, no, 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 no. No, not no, 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 but you start getting really anxious. You start getting really afraid. That wasn't the voice of God. It wasn't. And I can tell you this, how I know. In 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 33, it says this. It says, God is not a God of disorder, but of peace. God is not a God of disorder, but of peace. God is not going to tell you something and leave you confused and disordered and disgruntled. He's not going to do it. He's going to leave you at peace. Now, with that said, I do want to put a stipulation in there. We can be afraid of what God tells us, and that's okay. It is. We can be afraid of what God says, but God desires our obedience. Okay? If what God's telling you doesn't scare you, you might want to check yourself, because it kind of should. But are you being obedient? God is a God of peace, not disorder. I'll leave an example. This weekend, God told me to do something. He told me to be obedient. And I was like, okay, God, I'll be obedient. And when the time came, I did what I was told to do. I didn't think twice about it. I was at peace over that subject all day. All day yesterday, I was at peace. All day Saturday, I was at peace. I'd already made up my mind. God told me on Friday, you're going to do this. On Saturday, I was like, that's what I'm going to do. On Sunday, I did it. And I was at peace. Now today, I get these little voices in my head going, well, should you have really done that? You're going to be hurting in the future. That's going to come back and bite you in the butt. Guess what that is? That's the enemy. That's the enemy speaking into my ear. And I got to go, psst, shut up. Holy God's got this. I'm obedient. Are you obedient hearing the voice of the Lord? Is it clear? Is it clear? Obedience brews peace. Don't believe me? Here. Philippians 4, verse 6 and 7. Don't worry about anything. Don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. Pray about everything. Tell God what you need and thank Him for all He has done. Then you will experience God's peace, which exceeds anything we can understand. His peace will guard your hearts and minds as you live in Christ. When I let go of my obedience this morning, when I let go of God's peace, my mind got flooded from the enemy. Are you listening? Obedience brews peace. And when you hear the voice of God, be obedient. Don't fall into the trap of fear. Don't fall into the trap of anxiety, of worry, of confusion, because those are not from God. He is a God of peace and understanding. And when He speaks to you, it will be clear, and you will know. Here's the notes I wrote down. If you are confused or you have an increasing anxiety or fear over something God has told you, then it's not from God. Remember that. The second note I wrote down, the only time God pressures you is because he's told you to do something and you keep telling him no. He will pressure you, but it'll be clear and you'll know it. So, that's my daily drink for today. The voice of God will be clear. Obedience is key to blocking out the negativity of the enemy. Y'all be blessed. We'll talk to you tomorrow.